Hey guys, Tokaraka here. Welcome back to another Age of Empires 2 video. Today I'm casting a game between Yax and Lix. Funnily, the names both have X on the end, and they're both one syllable, so they sound pretty similar. But Yax is, I'm not totally sure. I've only seen him a couple times playing ranked games that I've spectated, so I'm not exactly sure who he is. He's 2k plus, and he also just made one of the worst lumber camps I've ever seen, considering he could have put it there, and could have put villager trapped inside there, and instead he put it in this position, which is pretty much the worst thing he possibly could have done with this wood line, but, you know, whatever. This is a really interesting game I saved from a while ago, like a month ago or so, or it might have only been like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something. It's Lix playing as the Spanish on the bottom left versus Yax playing as the Aztecs on the top right. Now Aztecs, super strong 1v1 Arabia Civ. They were nerfed somewhat recently. Their carry capacity for their villagers went down to +3 instead of +5, but they're still very good. They're still very strong economy bonus, even though it's not overpowered like it was before. And Spanish, one of the worst 1v1 Arabia Civs. They obviously have potential because they have a lot of strong options, but they are definitely not as good as the Aztecs are, because they don't have a real big early economy bonus like the Aztecs do. Aztecs get like faster working farmers and slightly faster working woodcutters and gold miners. Or well, gold miners isn't really, but it does help woodcutters as well. But it's mainly a farming bonus. Spanish do not have any farming bonus. Their farmers work at the same rate, and plus they don't get any early military bonus either. It's not like they get stronger men at arms. It's not like they get cheap scouts like Magyars do to make up for the lack of economy bonus. It's not like they get cheap skirmishers like Byzantines do, free town watch, extra building HP, or anything. They do build buildings 30% faster, which gives them a stronger tower rush, but nowadays tower rushing is a pretty weak strategy. Towers have only 700 HP, they used to have 1020. They do go back up to 1020 once you reach Castle Age, but in Feudal Age they're quite weak, only 700 HP. And also, once the opponent gets to Castle Age, they can easily clean up towers, not only because the towers have only 700 HP, but because if there's a villager repairing a mangonel from behind, the tower arrows will actually hit the mangonel and will never be able to actually hit the villagers, because like the mangonel is tall enough to actually block those arrows from hitting the villager. Because tower projectiles have a different hit mode value than like archer projectiles and stuff, which means if there's something in the way of a unit that a tower is trying to shoot, then it will just hit that unit instead of the unit that you're trying to shoot. Whereas if you shoot something with an archer, the archer arrow will just go over the unit in the way and will still hit the target. But towers and castles and town centers and just all defensive buildings, their projectiles will hit other targets instead of the ones that they're actually directly targeted onto. And that means that since mangonels are huge, you can position a villager behind a mangonel in a way that will prevent the tower from actually being able to shoot the villagers. This is kind of a disaster deer lure for Yax, but luckily he is going to be able to get it in, and it's not going to run back. And even if it does, it's going to run right into his villagers anyway. Yep, he's good. Okay, so he's going up on 21 pop, and he currently has pretty much nothing. He has plus 50 gold as the... What? So Lix has 2 forward villagers. Okay, I don't remember the beginning of this game at all. The only thing I remember out of this game is what happens in Castle Age and Imperial Age, and it's very exciting, and we do see a lot of the Spanish potential. But currently what Lix is doing is he's building an outpost here with this villager, and he's building a tower with this one, and he's walling in his villager, and he's Feudal Age, so his scout, 5 attack, eagle scout, only 4 attack, and the scout cavalry also moves faster than the eagle, so this wins the fight, and it can chase the eagle down, so the eagle's forced to run away. And Yax, he's going to attack this tower. He's actually going to wall these 2 villages in, so basically now Yax can't really... Yax couldn't even attack these villagers if he wanted to, because sorry, Lix couldn't even attack Yax's villagers if he wanted to, because he would have to delete these palisades, and then Yax would just wall himself in place, and he's now also making a militia. So if he can take out this palisade wall... Okay, he's not going to take out the palisade wall. Lix is just going to... Oh, he is! He is going to take it out. And Lix's tower rush is now terrible, really. It's not doing anything. But he might still be able to do something, considering his villagers still here. And he can wall it in. Yax will have to delete the house if he wants to actually attack the villager. So this is already a clusterfuck of a game, and we are seeing the Spanish do what they do best, which is building stuff. Towers built 30% faster as the Spanish, and the thing is, Yax is clearing it up pretty easily. But it's not all hope is lost for Lix, because this tower rush is causing a lot of idle time. Basically, Lix sent forward 3 villagers, and in exchange, he's causing Yax to have, like, basically 5 villagers idle here, either in the tower or here taking out the tower with a villager, or on his berries. You know, these guys have been doing nothing for ages. And now Lix has this villager here, which he can build another tower with if he wants to. And actually, Lix is going to successfully get this tower up and probably wall it in. So Yax's gold is denied for now. He does have a gold back here, but that's not a very good position, and then a gold here. He also made 5 men-at-arms, and this is extremely powerful. Since as the Aztecs you get plus 50 gold at the beginning of the game, you have extra, and ooh, already 1 villager down, and Lix's villagers are carrying a lot of food here, so this is a really big blow to Lix's economy. It's taking no deer, which is usually nice, but Yax comes in with a delayed 5 men-at-arms rush, and those guys pick off 2 villagers. So now Yax is 2 villagers ahead, and he has a military lead as well. Lix is on stone. He's gonna have to wall these guys in. He's probably gonna lose this villager. I don't know why this villager was here, but Yax is going to micro very well and manage to take out that villager by blocking with one of the men-at-arms and then sacking with the rest of them. Lix is going to wall in this villager, so this village is safe, but she's also idle, and she has 10 wood on her, so it's very bad. Oh! Hold on, what if she deletes this and then just runs out? No, she's just going to die. Okay. Well, this is a quite titanic start from Lix. He's even losing this tower. The only tower he's been able to wall in is this one, which hasn't actually harassed any villagers. It's just denied a gold, which Yax isn't even using right now. Lix is stonewalling here. Yax is taking out this tower. And he might take out this villager too. There is a spearman here, although it does have very low HP. And Lix is gonna successfully wall this in. Oh my god. And he might... What? Yax is gonna build a tower here. He does not want Lix doing anything else with this villager. And Lix might just delete this palisade and leave. I'm not sure. But it could be a waste of a tower for Yax. It's causing Yax economy damage, for sure. And Yax, he's not really able to do anything with his men-at-arms right now. I can't really focus on all of this at the same time. It's just too much. Oh no! Lix didn't even fully wall this. So he's going to lose even more villagers. Now guys, I didn't even remember that Lix lost this many villagers in Feudal Age. I thought it was a more even game at this point, but it looks as if Lix really is in a completely terrible position, like the worst position possible. He's 6 villagers behind, and he has no military. And his economy, well, it is better than Yax's. As you can see, Yax, he's had so much idle time, and he also can't take this gold, so he's having to go out to this gold, which is not ideal. He's had so much idle time that he doesn't really have enough of any resource, really. He has a lot of wood and a lot of stone, because of building towers, but as Aztecs, you don't want this much stone. He does not need 6 villagers on stone at all, so it's a messed up economy balance for him, for sure. Lix actually lost the mining camp. because Yax is 5 men-at-arms. These guys do very good damage to buildings. He managed to take out that mining camp, so that's basically 100 wood down the drain for Lix. And Lix has to make another mining camp, and Yax is coming forward with his own villager. And does Lix see this? Well, Yax sees the villagers on the mining camp, and so Lix is going to build a tower, and he's going to wall this guy in. Okay. So Lix should be fine, although having to build a tower very much sucks. Is he going to wall here? Is he going to wall? Yes, he is. Okay. And Yax is probably just going to leave with these guys. Maybe try and find some more damage at different places of Lix's base. Lix is now building a blacksmith, and he's about to click up to Castle Age. So his Castle Age time is actually going to be stronger than Yax's. But Yax, well, 15 farmers. He has a lot of food income right now. Actually, only 12 farmers. He has 3 on berries. Yax also left 1 of his men-at-arms on the lumber camp, and this is quite useful because he's going to force some repairs on the lumber camp. And Yax is also building his own tower. Unfortunately, it's going to get denied, which is good for Lix. So Lix is going to kill the men-at-arms, and then he's going to force Yax away. Except Yax is just going to build another tower, which is out of range of this. Oh man. Okay, so Yax is going forward with 3 more villagers. So this is a really messy game from both players. Lix is now walling in this tower. And I'm not sure if Yax can still build it. I think you can still build it through the corners, but I'm not totally sure. I think sometimes it kind of glitches and you can't really build it unless you task them, like repeatedly task them to go next to it. Can this tower range this villager if it has fletching? Looks like he's getting fletching now. So he has fletching? Can it range the vill? I can't check. Right clicking doesn't do anything. It used to work on whatever it's called, in Voobly. The spectator, you could right click and it would like simulate actually right clicking and attacking. Oh man, Lix. His stone's gonna get denied by this tower. And I think, well, he deletes all his palisades. He may just continue mining this until he can get 650 and build a castle. And Yax is actually, well, he's only just clicked up to Castle Age. And that's quite weak because he should have been up way faster. He has much more villagers. He has 11 extra villagers. Does Lix have wheelbarrow? Lix does not have wheelbarrow. So Lix is now building a castle here to defend his farms, his gold, his stone, and it also defends the wood. And this castle should take out both of these towers. So that is a good investment. And obviously he also wants to make conquistadors, which are the strongest unit that Spanish can make. Yax still has these 5 men-at-arms over here, and he's forcing Lix to repair this mining camp. And it's also causing some villagers to be idle. Currently Lix has 4 idle villagers, and one of them is forward here, and then the other 3 are inside the mining camp. Okay, now he stopped. Oh man, Yax also has 2 archers here, which is gonna undoubtedly force Lix to probably delete that so we can save the villager. Nope, he just loses the villager anyway. And now there's a conquistador in here, and Yax, well, he's going to use the men-at-arms against the conquistador. He's going to get a bunch of free hits, but the conquistador with +1 armor, only taking 3 damage per hit from these men-at-arms. Unupgraded feudal age men-at-arms, not really going to do anything there. And he's going to find the archers as well. These archers will pretty much instantly die. Yeah. Oh, okay, there he goes. And then another conquistador to kill the men-at-arms. His tower was also here dealing some damage. So Lix is survived, and he's 6 villages behind at the moment. And he's about to build another town center, I think. No? Okay. With the forward villager that he used to build this tower to deny the gold, he also built a siege workshop. And this is about to make a mangonel. And Yax is building a castle right here. 30%. He's building it with 9 villagers. Lix is about to have the mangonel out. And he has the gather point right here. 1 villager down. 2 villagers down. 3 villagers down. if, well, the castle is at 82%. Yeah, no, Lix is not denying this castle. But, it's good economy damage. Another 2 villages down. And this castle, okay, so the mangonel dies, and the siege workshop and tower will eventually die as well, and so will this house. So Yax did actually end up building a castle. It's probably not what he wanted to do, but he had a lot of stone, so it's only natural. And also, Yax back here with crossbows, and Lix trying to build a TC on the stone. Yax is probably going to get a couple villager pick-offs here. Maybe all 3 of these guys. And, ooh, Lix is, okay, he does have a tower here, which is lovely. This is kind of perfect, actually. And he actually picks off a crossbowman there. Lix is building another tower to range these villagers. It's out of range of the castle. That is extremely annoying. Really? Conquistadors are so strong here, because Yax is forced to make just basically crossbows and monks. And that's he can go skirms as well, but he can't go eagles. Eagles are terrible against conquistadors. Like, conquistadors are one of the best, if not the best, counter to eagles in the Castle Age. Lix still has 5 idle villages in the tower, and he's 8 villages behind at the moment. His TC's sometimes idle because he only has 11 farmers, and he's trying to make conquistadors at the same time. Okay, so it's a good engagement for Lix. He kills all of the crossbows and only loses 1 conquistador, so that's a very good trade. He now has 2 TCs, still 11 on food. He has these 4 villages on the stone mine, which will finish it soon, and Lix still has this main stone. All 5 of these tiles are, you know, still available. So he's looking fine on the stone front. Lix has walled in this second tower, which again denies the gold. So that's really annoying. Yax is going to be probably tilted about that. But he's okay. He has a second TC on this gold. He's now picking up a relic. He's making more monks. Monks are good versus conquistadors, provided that the RNG isn't bad. Because conquistadors can actually just completely annihilate monks, depending on what happens. That monk's going to die. So that monk got no value. And Lix is taking a good trade here. 7 conquistadors versus 10 crossbows. The crossbows don't yet have ballistics. They only have +1 defense. Actually, the +1 defense doesn't matter, actually. This single Eagle Scout will probably die. Is Lix gonna shoot? Nope. The monks are really the biggest factor here. Problem for Lix, he doesn't have a stable. He doesn't even have a barracks. So the only military building he has right now, well, I guess the monastery is technically a military building, but his main military building is the castle, and he doesn't even have a barracks. He doesn't even have anything. Yax has now mixed in skirms. He's trying to chase down this villager. Okay, he does kill the villager, but this tower is actually killing some crossbows. Well, it did a bit of damage. It doesn't have ballistics, so it's not really doing anything. Sanctity coming in for Yax now for his monks. He wants to save those guys because conquistadors are pretty good at sniping monks. And Lix, well, he has +2 armor. He doesn't have bloodlines or husbandry because he doesn't have the blacksmith. Doesn't have the stable. Sorry. But he does have the +2 defense, and that's really helpful against crossbows. It's really, you know, it makes crossbows kind of bad against them, honestly. Unless they're in huge numbers. Where is Yax's military? Sorry about the sniffling. Where is it? It's scattered across the map. Okay, it's here. Nice TC. That's a few villages dead. But Yax has 3 TCs. Constant production, 19 farmers, Aztecs farmers, and Lix. Well, Lix is also on 3 TC. He's gonna pick off that monk, but he does lose a conquistador in the process. Instantly kills the converted one. 6 of these guys versus 12 crossbows and a couple of those are skirms. This could be very bad for Lix. This could be 6 dead conquistadors, or he could take a decent fight. Aztecs, they don't have thumb ring, so these crossbows are pretty much as powerful as they are going to be ever. Well, until he gets, obviously, Bracer and Chemistry and an Arbalest. But Aztecs, they're not really known for having super strong archers. But picks off 3 Conquistadors from Lix. Maybe even a 4th one going to be picked off. Okay, a bit of its HP. But Lix getting out of there with as much HP as he can. He actually picks off 1 villager before he goes. That's cute. But Lix, behind 20 villagers. He has 3 TCs, but I don't think he's had constant production. Yeah, he doesn't even have all 3 TCs producing. He only has 2 of them producing. He's now getting bloodlines. He's going to pick up this relic, although Yax is... Okay, Yax narrowly misses that. I don't think he even knew that there was a relic there. If he did, then he would see that it would disappeared, and he would probably go and try and pick it up. Not try and pick it up, but try and, you know, pick off the monk. Yax is now building a market, because he has way too much gold and not enough food to click up to the Imperial Age. And with 87 villagers and almost Imperial Age click up, he's looking pretty good. And he has 33 military as well, and a few monks. Monks are obviously the best, well, probably the most population efficient military unit here. And Lix, on the other hand, only 70 villagers. But he has mangonels. And here he comes. We've got, I don't know how many forward villas this is. 15 forward villagers. 2 mangonels on the hill. This castle kills 1 TC. Denies the farm space. And allows him to expand further into Yax's space. And in the meanwhile, Yax has clicked up to Imperial Age. He's researching Redemption. He's making more skirms and crossbows. And Lix has no intention of going to Imperial Age or even making more villagers. He's researching Wheelbarrow right now. He's making more Conquistadors. He's actually taking a good fight here, and he's making knights. These guys have literally no upgrades, but well, except bloodlines. And they are taking a very good fight here, clearing out most of the army from Yax. Yax is now adding more archery ranges. He's 100% going for Arbalest. And he loses the TC. Now, Lix is going to expand in here more. Going to kill 1 more villager. No, never mind, he didn't kill the villager. Okay. Well, lack of micro. This TC is in big trouble. If Lix uses his Conquistadors properly, the Rams will take out the TC. And all of these villagers should end up dying. The Rams might end up dying. This one's taking a lot of damage just from arrows. And then the 2 mangonels! Oh man, these guys are going to get converted. And that's 1 converted mangonel. It does die instantly to the Conquistadors. But this mangonel might also get converted. Oh! Okay, it doesn't get a shot. And it does also get converted. Instantly dies, but it gets a little bit of a shot on the Conquistadors. And now Lix tries to take a good engagement versus the crossbows here. The crossbows still only have castle age upgrades. Looks like Lix cancelled one of his projectiles there. And it's 5 versus what, 11? Okay, those Conquistadors should lose that fight. Yeah. There's a lot of overkill there from the Conquistadors. So it wasn't the best fight for Lix. But he needs to take it, otherwise Yax gets Arbalest, he gets Bracer, he gets everything. And now Lix, who hasn't been focusing on economy at all, who hasn't been constantly producing villages, he's up to about the same amount of villages as Yax is, because he just dealt so much damage in Castle Age here. And he still has no intention of going up to the Castle Age. I mean, the Imperial Age, sorry. Unfortunately, Yax gets up a castle, and what this castle means is trebuchet. There's already 2 trebuchets from this castle, which we'll probably unpack on this castle from Lix. And now Yax is going to rebuild this TC. Lix could probably just kill it with Rams, right? But you can tell Lix is committed to Castle Age here. He has 2 forward siege workshops, 4 Rams. He's making more Rams, so he's going to have 6 Rams now. And he's continuing to make conquistadors. He's making another monk. He has 1 relic at the moment. Yax has 2 relics. And here's a Treb. This Treb's kind of out of position, so this Treb could die. Lix has... Yep, he sees this Treb. And Yax, yeah, Yax knows. Yax absolutely knows. Okay, Lix decides to run away. So currently... Okay, Yax is actually in Lix's base with 5 skirms and 1 arbalest. And they will die to the TCs. Well, the skirms tank a lot of arrows. Lix has a good position. He has 6 rams here. They will probably end up killing the monastery, which could be good. But Yax, where's his army? Okay, it's just sitting back here. And Lix is actually going to send 2 knights. And here come the 6 rams. The 6 rams could even kill the castle. But this is difficult. There's monks, there's arbs. The knights, one of the knights gets converted. There are mangonels here, which can die to the arbalests if the arbalests outrange them and do quite a lot of damage. Really, Lix, he wants to fight, but he really can't. He will kill the Treb, so he's going to keep this castle up. And these rams, they killed a university, they killed a monastery. It looks like those knights actually cleaned up the skirms in the back. The Lix is going to lose these rams to bills. And now Yax, only 2 villages ahead, 89 compared to 87. He has more idols. He has more military, but he doesn't have full upgrades on these guys. And Lix has the strongest castle age unit in the game. But only 11 of these guys, actually no, 10 versus 22 arbalest. And this conquistador is going to immediately die. And Lix, well, he has a mangonel. Yax is going to micro against this mangonel. The castle rains down some fire on these guys, but it doesn't have ballistics, so it's not going to get many kills. And Yax, well, he's now 10 villages ahead, but he's losing some more vills. And Lix is just going to continue to camp this position. He has 88 vills. He has 24 military in the field. Yax has 40. Lix does have the score lead because of his great KD, 123 compared to 71. And he's in trouble though, because the arbalests, 22 arbalests. Lix is going to be hard pressed to fight this. He may be able to. He's 22 of his own military. They're more population efficient units, but they are just in castle age. But the arbalests, no +2 defense, no chemistry. And there's more mangonels for Lix on the TC. So, this is important. An arbalest here. Okay, Yax is, well... God, Lix has 35 idle villagers. And he just lost a couple vills. He lost 3. And Lix... Ooh, okay, so these knights, +2 defense, they're okay, but the conquistadors, the engagement's really bad here because of the lumber camp and the house. The knights are dying in almost 1 hit. But the conquistadors now get close to the arbs, and they flatten them! Oh my goodness. That is a juicy engagement if I've ever seen one from Lix. He lost all the knights, but he cleared up 22 arbalests. And he lost, what, 3 conquistadors and 5 knights in the process? I'd say that's a good trade. Yax is going to be picking up his relics again. He's going for skirms now. And that's a perfect opportunity for Lix to go for, I think, light cav. He could make more knights, but I don't think you should. I think you should invest your gold into conquistadors and then invest your food into light cav. That conquistador just got barraged, like 1,000 arrows and then a mangonel shot on top of it. Total overkill. Conquistadors in the eco, they're gonna kill probably all of these vills. Well, not all of them, but all of the ones on the right side here. Yep. So now Lix is ahead in vills. He has 102. Yax is only 94. Military is also quite similar. Lix has the more population efficient units. He does have less of them, but it should be a superior military. I don't know why he decided to go in there and take the mangonel shot. Maybe he was trying to snipe a monk or something. I don't know. He also has map control. Lix has everything. Lix is in an amazing position. He just doesn't have imp. So he can't make trebs. He can't deal with these trebs. His knights will die to arbalests. Lycav will die to arbalests. Conquistadors will also die to arbalests. Pretty much it just everything dies to arbalests. And these guys are full upgrades now. Obviously Aztecs don't get ring archer armor or the other upgrade. Oh, those mangonel shots are pretty big. The monk survives? What? And those conquistadors got wrecked. That's such a bad engagement for Lix. And Lix is also going to lose these knights basically for free. It was a really, really weird engagement. And yeah, this castle's dead. So Lix kind of loses the hill position. He gets a mangonel shot that looked like it was going to be big and instead did pretty much nothing. And Lix, he's going to abandon the hill, and he's actually lost most of his map control. That was a nice mangonel shot, actually. But it's not enough. Light cavalry is in for Lix. The resource count for Yax is really, really good. And then for Lix, well, he's clicked up to imp, finally. And he's getting a handcart. He's making light cav. He's only had 2 castles this entire game. And now he has 1, because he lost his castle on the hill. He is mining more stone, of course, and he can mine more gold. This is a really nice position on both the gold and the stone. And there's 3 woodlines around. What's he converting? Oh, he's trying to convert the siege workshop because he has redemption. Okay. And this is a super intense game. And at this point, Lix looks dead. Lix looks absolutely dead. Yax has a huge military force here. Well, not huge, but it's pretty big. It's like 42 units, 65 total military, and he has 3 trebs here, which will unload on this castle. And Lix, well, he has 22 conks, but conks aren't even, like, to get the elite conquistador upgrade, you need 1200 food and 600 gold. And it's only plus 15 HP and plus 2 attack. It's not the best upgrade in the world. And he's not making any more conquistadors. He only has 1 castle. He's going to lose this castle. He's going to have 0 castles then. And now what does he make against these arbs? What, Lycav? Just hussars? He's rebuilding a castle for defense in his economy. And I think he's done with conquistadors. He's up to imp. 6 TCs! 6 TCs! Currently, it looks like he's saving up for elite conquistador. He's got about 1100. Yeah, he almost has enough food for elite conquistador. And it would make sense, right? He has 23 conquistadors, and he's getting the archer, the upgrade for this as well. Is he gonna get it? I think it looks like he just wants a lot of hussars. Yeah, he's making way more staples. He wants a shit ton of hussars. But Yax, expecting this, adding pikes. Pikes with Garland Wars is about to be in. And then he's getting plate mail armor, and all he needs now after that is blast furnace. Lix, on the other hand, he is losing, but he has a chance. He has a chance. He's killing trebs. Yax's army is out of position compared to these trebs, and this treb survives at 4 HP. What? That is that's unfortunate for Lix, and that's great for Yax that he's able to keep that treb alive. I'd say lucky. And Lix, well, he has +2 defense, +4 defense on the conks. He's now getting a men-at-arms upgrade, and he's getting hussar. So he's about to have fully upgraded hussars once blast furnace comes in. Hussars are a really strong unit, considering that they only cost 80 food. And Yax, well, Yax is Aztecs. Aztecs are terrible in trash walls. Conquistador actually gets put to death by pikes, because it was not in a good position. And also, there's pikes raiding over here for Yax in Lix's economy over here. But Yax's economy is also being raided. There's so much to focus on right now. There's even raiding down here with pikes on this TC. But this is the fight we need to be focusing on. These are Hussars. They're about to be absolutely fully upgraded. And it's 27 Hussars and 24 Conquistadors. This is 17 Arbs, 35 Skirms, and 3 Trebs. And there's some pikes coming in. But this looks like a really good fight for Lix. He is now pushing up a hill. But the Conquistadors are taking out the Trebs and the pikes. And the Hussars are tanking all of the skirmisher fire and doing a superb job. Now, if Lix actually had Elite Conquistador, he'd probably clean even harder than this. But this is a really good fight. These guys pack a punch. Even just the Castle Age version. And those pikes are going to get cleaned up. And there's more Hussars flooding in. This Hussar flood is what he needs. He just needs the Gallop Point just right here. He just needs the Hussars to come in. His Conquistadors are... They're dwindling in numbers now. And he only has one castle, so he shouldn't really be making any more of these guys. Or he could, but it would be coming in slowly. And he doesn't have the elite upgrade either. But what he needs now is just Hussar Flood, and he's going longswords. I'm not sure what upgrades he has. Looks like... Okay, well, he obviously has Blast Furnace, but I don't know what infantry upgrades he has. Okay, none of them. Okay. So the pikes are actually killing them because they have Garden Wars. So it's the full 12 damage per hit, so that's 5 hits to kill these longswords. The town center's doing better than the longswords are. These 15 Conquistadors are important at the moment, because they're the only thing that Lix has to deal with the pikes. The castle without ballistics is doing pretty much nothing. But this Arbalest is going to get completely destroyed. Yep. These skirms, they're going to get a lot of Conquistador pickoffs. But these Hussars are going to take them out eventually. But they're getting really good value. They are Aztecs Atlatl skirms, which are very good. And these are pikemen with Garland Wars. But they're generally not as good as whatever it's called, Halberdiers. Because Halberdiers, they have 60 HP compared to 55. And instead of having the higher base attack, they just have 10 more bonus damage versus cavalry. So pikemen have only 22 bonus damage versus cavalry, whereas Halberdiers have 32. Now, Lix is completely cleaning up this side. He has the Hussars here. He has the 2-hand swordsmen here, which are going to be champions soon. He's getting Bowsaw. He has +1 defense on these guys finally, and he is lacking the other upgrade. But the pikes are in high numbers, and they have Garland Wars, so they should actually win this fight. The 2-hand swordsmen are really fighting way too many units here. Chainmail armor is coming in, but those pikes do way more damage than you'd expect. What is happening here? Well, the Conquistadors cleared up that stuff. There's also a single knight. There's pikes and 2-hand swordsmen everywhere. And these pikes, well, they take out some vills. Yax has only 107 vills. Lix has 124. And now finally, champion upgrade coming in. Chainmail armor complete. So these 2-handed swordsmen are going to be fully upgraded very soon. Champion and plate mail armor coming in. And these guys, well, they can kill barracks, they can kill siege workshops, they can kill pretty much anything at this point. Aztecs, unless they can go for Jaguars or their own champs, or can keep their massive arbalests, can't really deal with champs. And Spanish, they have fully upgraded champs, they have supplies, and they also have fully upgraded trash units. They have fully upgraded Hussars, Skirms, Halbs. Spanish are the better late game Civ. So now that Yax being Aztecs has kind of lost his Civ advantage, considering it's so late in the game, I think Lix is in a perfect position to win this. His Lix is clearing up everything. Yax has nothing. Yax is losing these skirms. The skirms are attacking the barracks. That's Titanic. Oh no. Even if they were attacking the champs here, there's no chance. Even with that Latal, champs beat skirms 100%. Although these skirms will probably win this because there's only 2 champions, but Lix is clearing up everything. How many relics does Lix have? He has 3. Yax only has 2 relics. And yeah, this champion should get cleaned up. RIP. But now there's more champions, basically, you know, expanding into Yax's base. Yax has 56 farmers. Lix has 79 farmers. And Yax has pretty much way too many woodcutters, I'd say. But he kind of needs it since he's spamming skirms. And now he's making Jaguar warriors. He does have full infantry upgrades, but he's never going to be able to afford elite Jaguar warrior. They don't even do that well versus hussars anyway. They do well versus champs, but without the elite upgrade, you're not going to do great. And this is looking very over for Lix. I mean for Yax, sorry. There's potential for the Jags. There's 5 Jags in the castle right now for Yax. He has a lot of food. He has 52 farmers, but he's pretty much run out of gold. There's the only gold left on the map. Lix is taking. Lix is actually taking 2 of these gold mines. And now there's a trebuchet going in on the castle. Yax is going to lose this siege workshop on the ram side. And now, will Yax eject this Jaguar warriors? He has to, right? This is his last stand. He is at 128 vills now, but Lix is at pretty much his all-time high at 132. He has high military count. His KD is absolutely insane. Yax still hasn't released his Jags yet. He's making more. But without... Oh, he has 3 castles. Okay. Wait, so where are the others? He has some in the eco, which are dealing with the champs. Or except that then... Oh, they are... Okay. Yeah, I mean, without the elite upgrade, these guys are just horribly bad, actually. Yep, here are more Jaguar warriors trying to take out the trebs. And they are just dying. They don't have the numbers, they don't have the elite upgrade. This is looking over. He has made some more arbs. Honestly, the champions at this point could fight the arbs. The hussars can fight the arbs. Only 15 of them here. Trebs on the TC. More champions coming in. Lix hasn't been able to push here. Yax does have a nice castle in this position, but I think Yax acknowledges now that he just can't win this anymore. Both have 4 idols. Lix has 4 more working villagers right now. Lix has more military. Lix has an insane KD. Yax has way too much on wood right now, and he has no counter to this. No gold. No nothing. And that was a great game. When I saw that one live, I was fully expecting Lix to lose, but he made the Spanish work. He made the Conquistadors work. He held on, and he managed to survive all the way until post-Imperial Age. And in this situation, Spanish dominate. Absolutely dominate. Thank you guys for watching. I'll give you the timeline. Lix had a population lead in the last few minutes. Society, 132 vills was his max. Relic gold was similar for them, actually. Yax had more in general because he's Aztecs, so you get extra relic gold. The KD is insane. Yax converted 7 units. Huge army. But the army is less population efficient. Lix collected way more food, because Yax needed mainly wood and gold, so Yax did collect the most wood, but Lix collected more gold. Stone count's pretty much even. A lot of buildings killed, 66 to 33, so that's... yeah, that's a shit ton of buildings. I will see you guys next time. Take care.